All right, team. Perfect. All right, team. We are back again at it. Let's see. Okay. Change the scene. All right, perfect. So I'm now at my desktop, chilling, doing things, and one of the things that I'm doing is creating a script that will launch both Spotify and Kava. So let's actually just do this live, but create a scene. Please enter the name of the scene. Right monitor. And we'll copy this. Nice, it's that easy. Alright, screen capture. Screen capture, Pipewire 2. Auto capture. Okay. Perfect. Oh, over here. Okay. This is OBS. Looks like you can't really see. Let's scale this down. You guys have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry. Fantastic. All right. Nice. You guys should be seeing what's going on. Nice. All right. So this is my right monitor. Now if we go over here, we'll see that I have Kava and Spotify opened up. Now I won't be able to mimic this exact sizing, which is like a little unfortunate. At least not with Cosmic, maybe with something else. But I'm making a script where I can basically go over here, go to Super F. So if I go to quality of life scripts, where's that? Documents. So this is the quality of life script. Launches Spotify, waits like a little bit, and then launches Kava while, like, it launches Alacritty running Kava. Perfect, that's what we want. So now, if I go to my terminal and I change directory to this and then I run it, we'll see that it launches the two, which is really great. Kava's already up and running, and if I play something, you can see that it does its thing, which is fantastic. So already this is pretty good. What is this? Good question, I have no idea. I want this to launch on my right monitor, but I want another way to do this, so I don't want to run into my terminal, and this will work. So if I go to inputs, custom, shortcut name, start the music, command, how do I do this? Let's take a picture of this. Actually, I can just do this. Okay. Now we go to ChatGPT. This might not be ChatGPT kind of question. Can I get Cosmic to run a script with a keyboard shortcut? Navigate to cosmic settings, input devices, settings, select keyboard, view custom shortcuts. This is where I'm at. So Python, okay. So will this work? Bash documents slash quality of life scripts slash start music dot shell. And then I want this to be super P. Will this work? So if I go to my second monitor, well, let's just do this live, you know, hoping for the best. Let's go. This is what I love about Linux, man. That's just fucking cool. Alright, perfect. So now, perfect. Yup. That is indeed what is up, folks. That is indeed what is up. So let's get back to what I was working on. What was I working on? It's going to be a little bit more difficult to set back up, but I got VS Code. Looks like I never closed. Don't want that history, so it's database, we're over here, this is all good to go. API, and then I got to go to my switch, so SSH, shit. Alright. Now, I've got to navigate to code repos slash smash DA. I need to source. Alright, and then I need to run API.py, which was UVcorn app reload post. What was the other one? I have it on my Obsidian. UVcorn app port. Okay. That's because it's not UVcorn app, but rather UVcorn API. Okay. I definitely need this to run as a system service eventually, but for now this works. Right? So now if I go to, let's just go to my browser. Do I have my history? Can I just do it there? Yeah, I forget. You guys are seeing all my history. Missing API token. Alright, we gotta set that up. Yeah, this is why I really need to install the fish shell on there, because doing this every time is just kind of annoying. Oh, I guess I'm showing my start.gg API key. That's definitely not good. Oh well. And then I can do the UVcorn business. You can start reload. Application startup complete. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Alright, 10 seconds is kind of a lot, but we'll take it. This is looking good. This is looking right. This is Muntzpack 3, Filter State, Georgia, so there should be no cruise. So if I do, beautiful. So far this is all good. Now we gotta work on the front end, right? I'll just close that for now. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, you guys have been on my first monitor all this time. Man, I gotta get better at that. I wish I could like pop out. I wish I could pop out this little controller. Maybe I can turn my Switch into a Stream Deck or something. That'd be pretty cool. But we're back over here, and so I just confirmed that this works. So if I run this, it takes around 7 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds, and we get all of Georgia's data. So let's actually test Texas, because they're a very big state. Alright. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 15 Mississippi, 16 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi, 18 Mississippi, 19 Mississippi, 21 Mississippi, 22 Mississippi, 23 Mississippi, 24 Mississippi, 25 Mississippi, 26 Mississippi, 27 Mississippi, 28 Mississippi, 29 Mississippi, 30 Mississippi, 31 Mississippi, 32 Mississippi, 33 Mississippi, 34 Mississippi, 35 Mississippi, 36 Mississippi. Interesting. That's not good. Do I not have Texas in my database? I really should. Huh. It certainly isn't acting like I have Texas. What if I do or? Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi. That's not good. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, that's not good at all. Is my database on there just not updated? So I've got my Switch right over here. If I go to Documents, I go to DB, and I go to Smash DB, I can open it. Discoveries, state. Interesting. This doesn't look updated. Or maybe it is. I can't see all of them, so I can't tell. No, Oregon is here, yeah. Huh. That's not good. That took a little bit too long, and this is still going. Why was Georgia so fast? So that was pretty quick. But Texas was definitely not. pretty sure I have 3 months worth of data for Texas. Oh, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, Mississippi 9, Mississippi 10, Mississippi 11, Mississippi 12, Mississippi 13, Mississippi 16, Mississippi 17, Mississippi 18, Mississippi 19, Mississippi 20, Mississippi 21, Mississippi 22, Mississippi 23, Mississippi 24, Mississippi 25, Mississippi. Alright, this is not good. I definitely have to store pre-computed metrics instead of raw data. Alright. Fuck, man. Well, this is a new architecture problem. You're never done with them, are ya? You're never done. Put my poor switch down, put that right over there. Looking all nice and juicy. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. Okay. Let's go to VS Code. Be like, problem. Oh, just the other one, right? What's the context window? 4%? Yeah, we're good. I'm thinking we need to store pre-computed metrics and have API calls that point towards that instead. Should be a faster return, no? The states are showing that generate player metrics is fresh poll plus compute on every request. So the total time scales and how many players and events sit in that state. For Texas, the data set is much larger, so you wait for the full scrape plus aggregation each call. Pre-computing the metrics would absolutely help. A common pattern: add a background per job, cron, GitHub action, that generates player metrics for each state / character combo that you care about on a schedule and persists the resulting tables in your cache database. Example: new state metrics table. Okay, so we want a state metrics table. Keyed by state, character, months back, video game ID. Modify the API handler to check the cache first. If a fresh pre-computed row exists, maybe within a TTL, like 24 hours, just read it and return immediately. If not, kick off the expensive calculation in the background, store it, and return it once it's ready. Optionally expose an endpoint or CLI command to warm the cache manually when you know you'll need a state soon. You can still allow custom filters, limited by applying them on top of the cache metrics. Yeah, this is my plan. Expensive because it just filters the data frames already loaded from the disk. So yes, replace the per request computation with a pre-computed metric stored in cache and only refresh them periodically. That keeps Texas and other heavy states fast without forcing users to wait on every call. So let's do that. So you're saying add a background job that runs generate player metrics. So basically I need to create a script, but I need to modify like the database schema, no? Well, I'm looking to add pre-computed metrics to, okay, so this is what I'm looking to do. I am looking to add pre-computed metrics to my database. The metrics we compute now are fine, but I guess we can focus solely on weighted win rates and opponent strength. So I want those added to my database for every state that I have in my database. For every state that I have. Okay. I'm really bad at English. As you can tell, it's repeating. I want those states added. So I want to add those states in my database for every state that I have in my database. I want pre-computed metrics. How should we go about that? When I queried the raw data to store, I just did a script that called run report for all the states. But since I have all the data locally already, should it not be pretty quick to add the pre-computed metrics to the database? It's about adjusting the schema or whatever, no? Modify the API handler. I'd like to add these endpoints to the API, and yes, I'm not sure how web apps work, but ideally once someone calls the data from my database, they have the data locally and can work from their own machine. Is that a good message? Analyzing task requirements, explored files, inspecting Smash CC module, explore files and Smash character competency, locating relevant file for something, read data store. Alright, clicking doesn't do anything. Word. Planning pre-computed metrics, read metrics.py, inspecting metrics generation. That print job has been going for a long time. Where's my documents? Oh, it's not in here. God, I really maybe Arch just has it. Sudo pacman-s bamboo. Come on. Maybe. Oh wait. Yay pacman-s. Someone probably repackaged it, dude. What? What? Bamboo Studio for Linux. App image. No one has put this on the Arch user repository. AUR Arch user repository. Okay. How do I search? Bamboo Studio, yeah. See, it does exist. Why didn't that show up? With a fix for NVIDIA cards. Alright, that's cool. But why didn't that show up? Yay, Bamboo Studio NVIDIA. See, yeah, that really should have... It really should have shown, right? I'm not, like, crazy. I returned nothing. Bamboo Studio NVIDIA. That's what it's called, right? Bin. What? Am I crazy? What? Porque no! Okay, well that worked. That's stupid. Package a clean build. All. None. guess I don't even have a stream title, do I? Huh. How do I change my title? Oh, okay. Perfect. Wayland protocols. Okay, so I need some dependencies. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Please tell me they made a... Yes! Sure. That looks wrong. That looks right. P1S. I feel like he made a dark mode for this. It's kind of sick. Again, let's just go to Google. Nice. I'm in. There it is, 80%. This has been going for, it has another 4 hours to go. Oh, 1 day, 1 hour, and 9 minutes and 34 seconds. Now you see how long this has been going for. I think you can check where we're at. Yeah, overnight I ran into an issue with like is it doing it again? I sure hope not. I'm sure that goes down. But I had an issue where like the discard was just kind of like stuck in the chute, and like some of it actually fell over. Luckily I caught it this morning, so like we're kind of chill. Glad I woke up early for that, because this has been going on for a long time. Highly recommend never printing this print with 2 PLAs or like 2 filaments. Just do 1 filament. It literally switches every freaking layer, and it just produces so much waste. Like this basically costed like £1 of filament, and like it's fucking like what, 100 grams? Like I should not have done that. That doesn't look good. Motherfucker, dude. Well, that's not good. That's still stuck. Gotta look that up. Why does my bamboo... Why does my filament... Stuck in the discard chute on... Happens sometimes, it's happening too much. Lithium grease? Pet G. Ugh, I only have PLA. Alright folks, I guess we're safe because it still managed to fall. The second one pushed the first one down. God damn, really gotta keep that like just open, keep that track of that. Okay. Okay, let's go. Added SQLite back storage for pre-computed weighted for rate / win rate / opponent strength data, and wired both a CLI workflow and a new API endpoint to serve it instantly. Beautiful. Okay. Smash CC data stored up high now creates a player metrics table index, exposes helpers to list the cache stats, replace the metrics first state, and read them back in assorted order, so other layers never touch the SQL directly. Wait. Smash character competency / data store now creates a player metrics table and index, while data store... Okay, let me actually look at this. From typing, import any dict interval list optional. Player metrics. Opponent strength. Weighted win rate. Beautiful. This is like such a good job, dude. I love AI. Introduces pre-compute state metrics, which reuses the existing pipeline to compute state snapshot and persists only the columns needed for rapid API reads. State/all states that loops through cached regions and runs pre-compute metrics to keep you informed about how many players. As get/precomputed, which loads the persisted rows via SQLite without recontacting start.tg. Okay, let's first clear. Let's do this. Super T. And then SSH. I'll switch server. Put my password in. And then we want to understand what's in our downloads, right? So we want to remove RF downloads. Okay. That worked. Great. So now if I local send, we should be good to go. So let me understand this a little bit first. Let me try to work with this. Okay. Now creates player metrics, exposes helpers, listed cache tests. Let's go to line 341 real quick. So this must be some of the work that it did. Line 42. This is line 96. What happened on line 42? Now, okay. No, well, line 341 exposes helpers. This is a lot of added stuff. Okay. Def list states with data. So self video game IT integer list string return sorted list of distinct tournaments for the given game. Self distinct state from tournaments. Video game ID state is not null. Trim state. Replace player metrics. I don't really know what any of this means. Place the stored metrics for the table from the provided rows. Def load player. Yeah, sure. So it should look like this. The player ID. Okay, so player ID, the gamer tag, and the weighted win rate, opponent strength, and then a computed at. Solid. Okay, that's good. Is a new CLI state/all states that loops through cache regions, runs pre-compute state metrics, and keep you informed. Okay. So is it Python pre-compute metrics.py all states? I guess I can try. Let's do that. Okay. I'll do that in a sec. Adds get pre-computed, which loads the persisted rows via SQLite without recontacting start.gg. The existing search endpoint is untouched for live recomputation. Documents how to run the new CLI and how consumers can call the new API route so they can work from local cached data. How to run the new CLI and how consumers can... Oh, I'm gonna check this Bamboo thing. Looks okay. Documents how to run the new CLI and how consumers can call the new API route so that they work from local cache data. README. Okay, so the README explains some stuff. Gotta make commits, guys. I gotta commit before I move any further. So what was it? Lines 1, line 79. I guess I could have just clicked it. Pre-computing metrics, dude. This README is getting long, man. Perfect. If you want the fast API to serve instant responses, persist a trimmed set of metrics, weighted win rate plus opponent strength, into SQLite ahead of time. Python pre-compute metric. Okay, so this is literally how it works. Perfect. Okay. This is not going to work for Maryland and... Okay, so I really need to figure out how to get... Okay. Let's just commit this. Updates to the API endpoints and a pre-computed metrics database table. Run Python, start the API. So I gotta update the API on the switch. 117 on pre-compute, 50 on analysis.py. So this must be a new one. Data store, API, README. Okay. So I guess we can just try running it. I get the feeling it'll fail for some states because I don't have 3 months of data for all the states. Unfortunately. Reason being, Maryland and Missouri and what other state was really big. I deleted my Cheerio files, so I don't really know. Fuck. Did I write that down anywhere? Solving the database problem, visualizing API file, testing, and first steps. For smaller states like Georgia and Oregon, all the data in under 10 seconds. But for larger states like Texas, it took over 1 minute. This is unacceptable. Okay. Now adding schema to store the pre-computed metrics in the database so that we can make API calls just to the pre-computed metrics. I don't have what states failed. Where can I get that information? Maybe if I just check my database. We're all good? We're stuck again, but I'll take a look later. Dude, that does not look satisfying. Explorer. Okay, what do we got? It looks like we have Maryland, but I swear I didn't. Maryland, video game ID, try hijack, a Jekyll theme for hackers, nerds. I don't know what that means. Jesus Christ. Rams! That's my goat. Tournament, Central Florida, King of the Hill. 404 by Shears. 404 by Shears. Smashing, I don't know what these are. Skylab, Wolf, something. Defend the Nest, Ultimate Tech Chase. I think I've heard of Tech Chase. Let's see Friday, Shawnee State Showdown. Shawnee State Showdown. Fall of Season Market. Special Movie, LGS, Tigerland. Soka? Well, let's just try calling the Python frequency metrics once back 3. Okay. Precompute metrics.py. All states months back 3. Shoutouts North. Okay, token isn't going to export start.gg API key. It definitely is. Why not? It is. What? Oh, it's key. Damn, how did I'll take it. Export strategy Python for computer metrics, also Cricket North. Computer metrics for Alaska. That should be way faster than it is. Where does this thing grab the data from? Is it grabbing it from damn, it takes that long? Okay. I guess this is just gonna be running. Well, while that runs, I want to update some of the behavior. Would that affect that's currently running? Directly from the package, it never shows out to run report.py. Pre-computation if you modify the shared module and analysis metrics in it. Probably would. So if I wanted to make it so that when I hit months back 3 and I already had the first month of data, recognize that and grab. for the other 2 months. Better version of months back. I like that it keeps the data pulled relevant. Okay. I like that it pulls the keepable relevant to. Oh man. We'll leave that for now. When I called the data for 3 months for all 50 states. Oh, I think I have it on my Twitter. I don't have. You guys just won't see me go to Twitter, I guess. Home, no. Profile? Where's that? Communities profile, there we go. Been querying tournament data for Missouri is one of the biggest. Missouri, Maryland, and Massachusetts. Okay. And 3 of them failed, so I only grabbed 1 month for them. Those are Massachusetts, Maryland, and Missouri. Maybe something like we do 1 month increments or something. So I can select 2 months ago, and it would be the data for 2 months ago, and then 3 months ago, and you get the rest. Alabama, Arkansas. Presses a single months back value down to fetch recent tournaments. That function only looks at a single cutoff date, now months back. So when you run a month back 3, it's previously capturing just 1 month. SQLite still gets queried for everything newer than the cutoff. And you never ask for specifically month 2 or month 3 to backfill the missed windows. To make the workflow resumable, you can chunk the fetch windows. Extend tournament filter in Strategy Client to carry an optional window offset and window length. From there, update. God, it's just getting so confusing. Stored 672 players for Arizona. Gotta say, lots of players in Arizona. I wonder what California's gonna be like. Ugh. Okay, let's try to focus. to loop over chunks, add CLI flags like window months 3, chunk size 1, months offsets 2 to pre-compute metrics for each chunk. Call generate player metrics with the corresponding tournament filter settings, pressing offset length and merge the store. What is happening? What are you saying? Because CQLA already keeps past tournaments events, the fetch code will primarily reuse cache payloads. Only brand new weeks will hit start.gg. Resume partially processed states. Keep a simple ledger, new table, state winner progress, keyed by state, video game, plus state start, indicating which chunks were successfully written. When pre-compute runs with resume, this consult this table on skip windows already marked complete. Only run the missing offsets, actually still offsets 1 and 2. The prevents reprocessing the same month repeatedly. Expose the new knobs and API to dogs. Update run report.py to accept the chunk parameters and pass them through to analysis player generate. Documents and readme. Okay, this actually could work. Python pre-compute metrics, all states, chunk size 1, window months 1. First, grab the most recent month for all states. Later, backfill 2 months only for the states that failed before. So then it would be state Massachusetts, state D. Okay. And then chunk size 1, window months 3, resume. That's pretty cool. The first command fills the fresh month 0 window, which you already have. The second sees that month 0 is done, and automatically processes. So yeah, let's. Pi is still running. Would love to add these params to run report.py. As running that report first guarantees that I will have the data for Missouri, Massachusetts, and Maryland. Thus, I resume anything for the pre-compute metrics.py. No? Oh, she thinking hard. How hard is she thinking? 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 Okay. So it's just going for it. Designing chunked windows. Oh, we got California. 2,575 players. Designing chunked windows. Oh, we got California. 2,575 players. Man, California's a big place, man. Big place, man. Pro 40 players for Colorado. Connecticut. Damn, Connecticut's also a pretty big team. Wow. I guess that's what happens when you're like next to New York. Edited strategy client. Okay, we have window months and window bounds. Now we have yield tournaments in the requested state video game that fall within the requested window. Supports offsets for backfilling older months. So this is the logic. Filt equals filt. Yeah, I know what that means. Four files changed and 0 out of 3 tasks completed. Extend tournaments, filtering to support window offsets. Expose new window parameters via CLI, run report per compute, and keep the API compatible. Document the workflow and address running script guidance. Alright, love that. We are pushing changes to Git, baby. Let's actually go look at that thing. Oh, how are we doing? That's looking rough. I'm gonna go clear that. Just a second though. Super B. GitHub.com. I wanted to stop doing Smash Character Competency and do Smash DA. Baby. Thank you. It looks a lot cleaner, even though it's still not clean. Finally making updates to, so actually, I think I wanted to go to my profile. Yeah, look at that. No contributions on Thursday. Shake my head. But it's gonna look better and better, baby. We're already on 4 contributions. 1 contribution, 7 contributions. Oh, this must be when like shit just didn't work correct. Oh yeah, let's do this. Dude, it's just getting stuck, man. Okay. I wonder if you can actually see my updates. Or maybe it's already been updated. Probably, honestly. Yeah, probably. I can't really tell. Okay, that fell through. We're looking good, boys and girls. We're looking good. 870 players, 1,780. Okay. I don't. It'll probably just fail for those. Added window aware retrieval throughout the pipeline. Tournament filter now exposes window bounds. Smash character competency. Loads except start and ranges, and tournament discovery respects both. Let me add something. Hold on. Remove -RF. Alright. I do like the code box. I like the cells of Notion. Just grab and go. But oh well. Notion costs money. Oh dude, check this thing out. Look at this. This is an original iPhone SE. 16 gigabytes of storage. This is what we used to use, man. This is where we're at today. Or at least a couple years ago, because I used the 14 Pro. Good lord. Baby screen. And no tap to press, no tap to wake. That's like a standard in today. It does have raise to wake though. Okay, I gotta move fast. CLI tools, let me just run that. Okay, window offset 2 and then window offset 3. And just 4, why not? Limit 0. Oh, it fucking hallucinated, didn't it? Damn, bro. Come on, Codex. Will this work at the same time? What? No, that's not right. 1 month? You're kidding, dude. What? Report.py, Massachusetts. Yeah, okay, that's the problem. It's returning the same complexity when I do months-back 3 and the window offset business. Months-back 3? Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Hawaii. Shoutouts to the Hawaiian Smash scene. That queries the data for 3 months. And returned an object complexity of 1117. Now I did window size 1 window. I should only query the results for month 2. For the month before the most recent. No? So why is it returning the same object complexity of 1117? That doesn't make sense. How'd Maryland do? Maryland's still going. So if a single tournament has over 1,000 nodes and sets, that individual call fails no matter how many months are included. Ew, interesting. Really? So if I do this should work? Oh god, I'm running 2 queries at the same time. I'm so sorry, Start.gg. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Damn, okay. Okay, well, before I do that, let's just updated CLI flags to grab certain months instead of a rolling months back system. Also added the same CLI flags to pre-compute metrics.py. Dude, this is struggling to get these 2 states, man. We better catch up. Ew, Chicago got a big scene. Oh, wait on that. Filter out massive tournaments during warm-up. Optional fallback. What the? Who's num entrance? Who owns GitHub, actually? I'm really curious. That's fine. Who owns GitHub? Ha! It is Microsoft! Damn, really? Dude, that's ass. Oh, that's a commit? AWS examples, did some work there, then skipped a little bit, then did some work there, then skipped, then did some work there, then just stopped working, and now I've been, so what is this? This is Smash DA. Is that when I started? Damn, no, I started a while ago. I remember making that. That's probably fine. How are we doing on these two? Still no dice. Word. Paginate aggressively. Paginating aggressively just seems like a lot of work. This looks good. With the API returns complexity error. That's what I like. I like that. So I must have finished another. did. So now we're going on to Kentucky. Dude, I'm surprised this computing shit takes so long. Like, dude, this is a computer with like a Ryzen 9 and a GTX 3060. Like, you would think that that's, you know, good enough to do math instantly. Added adaptive pagination to huge tournaments. So... let's go check my commits. Oh, you have to wait. Oh, let's go. It's bright now. It looks good. Now retries the progressively smaller per page value whenever it sees query complexity is too high, backing off down to a minimum of 5 and sleeping briefly before reissuing the request. All callers fetch... Dude, what is going on up there? All callers fetch event seed standings see... Fetch event seed... Whatever. Automatically inherit the... Oh wait, it's probably more. Yes, that's automatically inherit the behavior, so you don't have to worry about picking the right page manually. No test will run because the current environment is missing the dependencies. Please run PyTest queue when your virtual environment is active. Should be good to go. I mean, let's try. Passed. Alright. I'll trust that. Even though it's definitely not a good test. It's like the first test that AI made. I know that AI is like kind of useful for, you know, checking tests like that, but that is like the first test, like when I first started doing this project. So I don't know how good that is. What is this? Yeah. Massachusetts. So we folded on Massachusetts. This still hasn't returned anything. So this finally got something from Maryland. Yeah, let's just do offset 3. So Massachusetts is the current problem. We gotta fix Massachusetts. Oh, let's do Missouri as well. Well, I added the thing, so maybe it'll work. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, Massachusetts is running for offset 3. This is now running offset 3. And then... we could just do for Missouri. Okay. So now we're running Missouri, we're running Maryland, running Massachusetts. We're doing the third for Massachusetts. We need to fix the 2. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna run another one for Missouri. That should just work. We're already on Maryland, so Massachusetts is the problem. DC should work. Oh. I'm gonna go take a shower. Catch ya in another day. Or in a couple